It's all about confidence. MotoGP leaves its pre-season destination and first round of Losail to come to the Algarve. It's Portimao for the Portuguese Grand Prix, round 2 of MotoGP in 2024. Hello everybody, well done for getting up, staying up throughout all this action we've had here today on JB Motorsports, and welcome to you, especially for MotoGP and round 2 of this incredible World Championship. The Portuguese national anthem going on in the background as the special one, Jose Mourinho, watches on. He'll be waving the checkered flag later, and in between the Moto2 and Moto3 and MotoGP races, he's been out in the safety car doing lap guides as well. It proves to be a really fascinating race. Yesterday, Maverick Vinales became the first rider in history to win a race on 3 different manufacturers in his career. Started off with Suzuki at Silverstone back in 2016. He won on Yamaha, and for the first time since Qatar in 2021, he won now on an Aprilia. 3 different manufacturers. Sylvain Guintoli's down the grid.
Conditions now for a couple of days, and everybody looks like they're going with a hard front and a medium rear. Now, there is one man, though, that said yesterday that he was feeling more comfortable with the medium rear than with the soft. He still did a great race in the sprint yesterday using the soft rear, but he's now on his preferred tyre. This is Jorge Martin just behind me there, so watch that man there during the race. The other man to be watched as well is Fabio Quartararo. He actually used the medium rear yesterday in the sprint race, so that's his preferred tyre as well. So we could see him making inroads. Now all these guys with the hard front, they're going to have to activate that tyre. This is the hardest tyre available, so for the first laps they're going to have to be really careful with that tyre, bring it up to temperature, bring it up to pressure, and we could see a lot of attacks in the first 2 laps.
Thank you, Sylvain. So we're all setting ready to go, and hopefully we're going to be in for a really fast race. And Enea Bastianini's pole position. Maverick Vinales starts second on the grid as well. It's pole position number 2 in MotoGP for Enea Bastianini. I apologise about the frog in the throat. By the end of this weekend, the JB Motorsports team would have 33 shows. 22 hours, so big thumbs up to them as well. This is the last MotoGP one before we go. An hour and a half break, then we get IndyCar, then we get NASCAR later on tonight as well. So it really has been difficult. But yeah, Jorge Martin, front row of the grid, he looks good. Tyres are going to be the factor, as you heard Sylvain just saying. Now, yesterday we saw a hard front, soft rear compound for the sprint race. We're expecting today to see a hard front, medium rear to make it across the distance. There is an option. It's a risky option to go for a medium front, medium rear, but that is very, very dangerous indeed. We're getting ready to cross over, though, for the start of this race. Let's head down to TNT Sports because Susie Perry is alongside the grid with the team.
Active Maverick, he is ultra fast around the long hanging corners at the end of the lap. It gives him an advantage, and if he can manage his tyre and not wear it out, you got to say he's definitely a good candidate for the victory today. It's all about getting a start and an aggressive first few laps as he did yesterday.
What about Jorge Martin as well? We are looking at shots of Alex Marquez there, who also could go well today. But quick word about Jorge Martin.
I'm excited to see Jorge Martin on his preferred medium rear tyre. It's what he's worked towards all weekend. Sounds comfortable, sounds happy. And I think from the front row of the grid, he may be challenged by Jack again from the second row, but he's the best starter in the front row of the grid. So Jorge could look to control this race from the front.
Yes, so much, isn't there, about the start of this race as we're looking at shots of Raul Fernandez and Jack Miller then. We've had an interview from him and he sounded confident. He's going from the second row of the grid today. Just a quick reminder then of the front row. It's Jorge Martin, Maverick Vinales, your winner from yesterday, and Enea Bastianini is in the pole position.
Thank you, Susie. Yeah, we're getting start of this one in the championship. We take a quick look to run through going into the weekend. Pecco Bagnaia leads on 37 points. He's too clear to Jorge Martin, who's on 35. Brad Binder's on 29. Marc Marquez has 27. Then we get 19 apiece for Bastianini and Vinales. Then it's Aleix Espargaro 17, Alex Marquez 13, Pedro Acosta has 12, and Fabio Di Giannantonio 9. Quartararo on 6, Miller 5, Zarco 4, 3 for Mir. And then we get across the board 2 for Bezzecchi, 1 for Oliveira. No points for the rest of the field downwards as well. After their opening 3 races, we had 2 sprints and a Grand Prix. Now we're gearing up for what hopefully will be a good race here today. So let's head back trackside.
It's a long way to manage your tyres, but there's so many riders kind of similar in terms of race pace that I think everyone will be looking to get to the front. We know the first lap and the start is critical. How you position at the end of lap 1 does decide your race strategy. So, yeah, deciding on the tyre pressure as they're sat on the grid, the nervous times, and then what way the race unfolds from there.
Do you see anybody being able to get away today?
I think it's going to be tough. I can see maybe a Pecco Bagnaia or Jorge Martin controlling the pace from the front. And like Michael said, you know, there's lots of riders with a similar pace. So if you can lead from the start, the first laps are so important, first corners and the start as well. Because if you're taking the clean air, you know, the cooler air, if you're in front, that's going to help yourself managing the race, managing that front tire temperature, managing that front tire pressure. And it's going to be harder for the guys behind you to come past, because they will be in a slipstream. They won't be able to cool their tires down as much as yourself. And the other thing as well is that they have full tank here, so they have double the weight, which make quite a difference in the load of the front tire. So yes, you want to be leading in the first laps.
Plenty to think about there, isn't there? This is the scene then here on the grid in Portugal as we go along the front row. Jorge Martin, we just spoke about, Maverick Vinales and Nea Bastianini. Commentators Neil Hodgson and Gavin Emmett.
Get yourself together, get yourself into the spirit of things, because yesterday we had just 12 laps and it was exciting. Today we've got 25. Who's going to be victorious? It's time to find out. Alongside me in the commentary box, Megan Birch, it's time for the MotoGP Portuguese Grand Prix. They call this place the roller coaster. How much are we expecting to have a fight today? The sprint race yesterday gave us the first ever rider in history to win a race on 3 different manufacturers. Maverick Vinales won on a Aprilia, a Yamaha and a Suzuki. No other rider has done that. Same starting grid as before, though. We take with Bastianini, Vinales and Martin, followed then by Bagnaia, Miller and Bezzecchi, Acosta, Marc Marquez and Quartararo, Binder's 10th, Rins and Alex Marquez, and it's Aleix Espargaro, D'Antonio Oliveira, Ralph Fernandez, Morbidelli, Augusto Fernandez, Zarco, Miller, Nakagami and Luca Marini starts at the back. Formation lap starts, and Megan, the big pressure is exactly what they're going to go for, because hard front, medium rear seems to be the tyre to go for, but Quartararo yesterday said, I had good pace on the medium front, medium rear, I could have done the whole race. So we've got a real split of strategy here, going down towards the race start.
There is quite a split on strategies. So can I ask, do we know what tyre compound Marini's on yet?
No.
Because whoever it is, I wouldn't advise it, since he just had a terrible start for formation lap.
Hasn't actually come up yet as well. We'll just get
warm-up lap.
We'll get the blog on if it started. Sprint race, so no blog. What's the point in having it if it doesn't work? We'll switch to the battle screen.
In case it decides to work.
Yeah, that's the point. We'll see if it does. Best attended Portuguese Grand Prix ever at the Autodromo International do Algarve. 41% increase on last year. Tell you what, I'm shattered.
He is.
Oh, I think I've had a total of about 12 hours sleep across the last 3 days, which isn't a lot at all.
It really isn't. You need to go to sleep tonight, like early. As soon as you finish that one, I expect you to do a quick off and then go to bed.
Yeah, that's NASCAR later on as well.
So, interesting fact, I couldn't get to sleep until 9 o'clock this morning. Actually, I think you'd just woken up and I just fell asleep. That's how it worked.
So you really are tired as well.
I was too energised for my F1 race. I was like, I literally went downstairs to Mum. I was like, I'm wide awake.
It was so good though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And this could be even better after the sprint race yesterday. I don't think I've got the voice for it. Have you got the voice?
Yes.
Good, you have to take some of it.
Literally, I went downstairs and I was like this. It's like, I'm wide awake. And that was at like 7 a.m.
We went
So
to
we've
the-
been over
yeah.
for like an hour and a half.
Well, I've been up since 10 p.m. 8:45 p.m. last night. It's now, I've been up for about, 18 hours now? But I had a 3-hour nap in between. So let's add that out as well. Anyway, they come to the grid. 2 points the gap in the championship between that of Viñales. Well, Bagnaia leads and Viñales second, so that's getting close. Bastianini lines up now on the grid.
Bastianini kind of just did a little jolt thing as you were coming down to...
Well, you cut your finger
grid.
yesterday before you realised.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks okay. Yeah, it looks okay.
But it hurts.
On the launch yesterday, he came up at the start, so watch out for that again. That whole shot device has not been working for the Ducati. Watch out for Bagnaia as well. He starts fourth on the grid. I'll have a direct shot. But watch out as well for Jorge Martin. Green flag in the back then. All eyes to the lights. The Portuguese Grand Prix in the Algarve is under starters' orders. Pull the throttle back, and we are racing in the Algarve. Miller had a bad start. Viñales gets a great one. Coming through in the middle. There goes Martin straight to second position. Bastianini's going to lead, but into turn one, Martin gets in, and Bagnaia's down to third. Already, Jack Miller's dropping back a bit. So's the gas of Pedro Costa. Into Lagos we go at turn 3. Round the outside, there's Viñales keeping on. Marc Marquez is up there as well. He's battling with Brad Binder and Jack Miller. The two KTMs having a battle with the Grassini. Acosta's just watching back as we head into Torrey Rip for the first time, and it's status quo. If you want an opportunity to see what this championship battle's going to be like, Martin leads like he did in Qatar. Up into second. What was that? A winglet come off the side there of the bike, and Marquez is battling with Bagnaia, and Bagnaia's up there, but there was contact.
Binder's gone down to 8th position now, and there was a bit of contact going around one of those corners, and the back of the field is really changing up at the moment. Literally, they can't go around a corner for life.
Yellow.
Oh, that's why.
Morbidelli's crashed down. Oh, that's not good. Franco Morbidelli had an accident here in pre-season testing on a Ducati day, and it wiped him out of the entire test. Morbidelli is out. Rider okay, it says on our timing screens.
That's who I saw going down.
That's who it was. So Franco Morbidelli on the Prima Pramac is out. His bogey track still hurting him. He's rejoined the race, so he looks like he's just dropped the front. That's good to see that he's got going. No, it's not. Look at Marc Marquez right behind Pecco Bagnaia. So race lead, it's Martin, Viñales, Bastianini, Bagnaia, Marc Marquez top 5, Miller, Acosta, Binder, Quartararo, Rins as well. No jump starts from the stewards. But look at Marc Marquez. He said his main he fell this morning in warm-up, by the way. If you didn't join us, he crashed.
That's not a great sign.
3 crashes in one weekend, 4 crashes on a Ducati in one season as well. It's not too bad, but Mark's crashed more this weekend than over the past 6 months or been on a Ducati bike, so he's really struggling to get that sorted as they come through. Little bit of battle between the two KTMs with Acosta just waiting in the back. In fact, as Acosta got through, well, he's past Binder, and he's having a go at Jack Miller as well, but hasn't made that full move up the track.
I wonder if Acosta can, what's the word for when you take something back after you failed before?
Gives back, returns, redeems?
Redeems. That's it. That's the word. I knew it began with an R. Can he redeem himself from last time out?
Alex Marquez has crashed.
Ugh.
Alex Marquez.
If it's not one, it's the other.
Yeah, it's not. If it's not one, the other. So Alex Marquez is out now. Has he dropped the front at turn 5? It has. Yeah, Torrey Vip.
This team ain't big enough for the both of us.
So if
that's what my guy's supposed to say.
He's rejoined the race, so yeah, he's just dropped it and he get it going again. But that's going to drop him right to the back of the field. And as I predicted, everyone, Megan, has gone hard front, medium rear tyre. Nobody's gone for that medium front option. Surprise Quartararo did it. He said he was fine with it yesterday in the sprint race.
Oh, he should never have gone against his ideals of the tyres from yesterday.
Yeah. So lap 2, about to start lap 3. Race leader is Jorge Martin by around about 0.8 of a second to Maverick Viñales. Can Top Gun find anything? And look at this, Marc Marquez and Bagnaia. Bagnaia's twitching on that bike, coming down through turn 15 at Galp. And Mark's just
a little bit of an up there.
Yeah, across the line.
Yeah, it was. So weirdly, he shouldn't have gone that far up.
Timing towers finally activate 3 laps into the race. And Martin at a 139 as we see Acosta trying to have a go at Jack Miller. Not going to work through there. And he's going to find it in Lagos.
Overtake.
Well, Acosta and Binder's going to fight right back on the inside and goes round the outside and great move from Binder, and Acosta's going to fight back down to turn 5.
Acosta's short victory was short-lived.
Trail breaks in, Binder goes a little bit too wide, and he's right there. You can practically touch him. Reach out over the handlebars and just touch his shoulder. Really close stuff, really energetic, and Acosta is going to hold that for the remainder of this race. They're all on the same times. It's an even field, really, isn't it?
It is, but there's a lot of moisture in the air.
Yeah, that dust that's been blown in as well from the African plains. Manny Patterson was talking to us about it in the qualifying session as well.
There's dust.
Yeah, it's dust.
I hate it when there's dust. I remember when we got dust here. I mean, you couldn't go outside without thinking, I need goggles.
Yeah, Mandy Patterson said that when her and Simon went to the rent-a-car in the morning, you could wipe your finger along the side and it'd just be full of dirt and it'll leave a mark, and no matter where it is. So and it's laying across the track, so it's greasy and it's dusty out there, and that's why we're seeing so many fallers.
Look at their helmets.
Look, they do have helmets, yeah, as well. And I think, as well, some of them have taken the opportunity to have like a little, they had it coming, a little respirator adjust, so that when you breathe in at the front, it just changes a little bit
You
the air.
don't want to be breathing in dust.
Yeah, as they come across the line.
Otherwise, they'll just sneeze.
Yeah, sneezing on a motorcycle must be more painful than sneezing on a main Formula 1 car, but
also more deadly.
Yeah, it is. It's weird what the senses does to you, because you don't, when you're racing, you don't really tend to sneeze that much.
Really?
It's like the adrenaline takes over and the senses go through. You don't sneeze. In fact, I've only ever heard of drivers and riders urinating during a race, because you can't hold that.
Have they ever thrown up?
Mark Webber threw up. It's Fuji 07. Maverick Vinales threw up in practice, I believe. He's got gastroenteritis as well, so it's coming out of both ends for Maverick, and he won the race yesterday, and he's P2 today.
Someone clean the seat.
He wore a mask and parked firmware as well, and I thought to myself, that's a good idea. Doesn't want to give it to
It's not going to stop anything.
It's gastroenteritis. Unless somebody is behind him for any reason, it's not going to be the same thing. Yellow flag.
Yellow.
Fernandez. Which one? The
25, so wow.
Raul Fernandez has crashed out, and I bet that's at turn 5. I bet he's dropped the front. Let's have a look. Oh, he hasn't told us. Oh, here it comes.
Done with Raul. Just at the beginning of sector 3.
And it's turn 8. Oh, that's Samson. So that's just before the top of the hill and the jump down to Craig Jones. Oh, and he's hit the gravel as well.
His airbag never deployed.
And he's gone over the track. He's kicked it as well.
No, his airbag, it never deployed.
No, it didn't. So
that's dangerous. I'm still angry about it never deploying.
It senses a G-force as well. It doesn't go off.
Obviously, they need to lower the G-force.
Yeah. To have it sort of rip it off. Usually it's a cord, isn't it? We saw it's like a cord when it goes like that. It pulls it off.
I think that the driver should be in charge of it.
Yeah, like I automatically hit a button.
They're just like, okay, I'm about to crash.
Ideally, it should also maybe be connected to the hip bone. As way wide and off the track goes Jack Miller. Loses out to Binder and Acosta at turn 1. Miller doing what he did in Qatar and just trail braking straight on.
Do you remember when Nakagami crashed?
Yeah.
In that big accident and his airbag never deployed?
Yeah, and he got bruised all along his back, didn't he, as well, for that one?
He would have been okay, and the G-force then was higher and never deployed. So I genuinely would petition to just have a button or a cord that the riders can push or pull if they feel like, okay, this is going to be a big one. I don't want to get injured.
We need to have a look at the IRTA systems as well. And there was a wonderful feature that TNT did last year about it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the big drop. We can actually see it there, can't you? That's how much it is for the roller coaster coming out of Craig Jones, just downhill massively. Great pictures there if you're watching along with us on the TV. I know many of you sync up the commentary, but it's getting quite close now, isn't it? As Acosta right on the back of Binder, coming into turn 13. Binder holding that inside line of a 6th position. And Martin, I've got to finish just saving his tyres. I think Vinales is doing the same thing here. They're just easing it through. They don't want to run it too late. It's like Qatar.
It's only early on in the race, so they're obviously all trying to be good so that they can push further on.
Got way too long of this race to go at the moment as they come out of it. And we're on board with Pedro Acosta. Brad Binder's just ahead of him now, and he's going to get the slipstream up the hill. This is being an overtake. He's going to go towards the pit wall. Binder to defend. Acosta's going to go to the inside as well. Takes him alongside. Downhill braking zone. Look at the rear of Binder. It was Anderson like crazy on the rear. And Acosta's just sort of like going, okay, I'll ease off a little bit.
Bide your time, Acosta. I mean, you've still got 20 laps left of this race. You can get past him at some point.
Well, halfway through what would be the sprint race, so it's pretty much standard right now. It's delivering a great Grand Prix because we've not got the Ducatis up front escaping. We've got them inside the top. Well, we've got 4 inside the top 5, but we've got that Aprilia Vinales right there to capitalise, right there ready to go for it, and that's what we're going to see. What happened to Alex Marquez's gift? He dropped it in turn 5, but he's back in the race.
Not for long, though. Oh, wait. Yeah, they're still fine.
Yeah.
I'm surprised about Morbidelli still being... And he's making... Is he making improvements?
Morbidelli...
well, Alex is.
Yeah, but he's ahead of Alex, but Ralph Fernandez officially the only retirement in this race so far, according to the monitors.
I'm surprised they haven't gone in the pit lane yet.
I'm surprised. Well, it's other riders can still go down. He hasn't lost a lap, has he? So it's still relevant, yeah. Point over, it's the longest season in history. It's 23 Grand Prix, but it's 24 Grand Prix. No, hang on. It's 22 Grand Prix events and 22 sprint races. Yeah, so that's a lot of points. A lot of times we have to say lights out this year. And that's not counting when the race gets red flagged and we have to, standing start, restart them. Because there is no rolling starts for MotoGP.
I see you fixed the camera.
Yes.
Thank you. Because that was really annoying.
Took me an hour. And there goes Acosta on the inside, getting ahead of Binder. This is for 6th place in turn 1. Oh, lovely move!
Both of them go on the curbs there for that move, though Acosta managed it. So, bravo to him. He got that within a lap of when I said there was a whole race to go.
Yeah, it took me an hour because it wouldn't get in the right position on the camera. So, yeah, that's how it's staying. As they turn into Torrey Vip, downhill at turn 5 again. And Vinales has brought that gap at the front down to 2 tenths, but it changes to 4 tenths immediately. So I thought there might be a bit of give and take there. There wasn't.
Give it a second,
3 tenths. You're right. It's changed over. Take a look at the Delta times. We'll put them up on the full battle screen here. Martin, fastest sectors 1 and 2, but Bagnaia and Marquez matching each other with a 20.7. In fact, Mark is quicker there, and Acosta's fast sector 3. Not as fast sector 3 was Bagnaia. But, yeah, Martin's going to go for a fastest lap here, Megan, I think. That's what I'm sensing from this little attack pattern we're seeing.
Agreed.
He's going to continue on the push and continue on the attack. Come on, what's this race got to offer? Look, Acosta's catching Mark as well. Mark needs to pass Bagnaia then.
Theoretically,
yeah,
if Mark continues being at this pace, like if we look.
Oh,
Mark
dust. Someone's kicked the dust up at the last corner. And here comes
Oliveira.
Acosta's going for it on the inside line. Can he go break Mark Marquez? It's turn 1. He's got very, very close. They're both out of shape. And still Acosta goes through, but Marquez gets the comeback. He can't go through on the inside line. Brilliant defensive work from Acosta. He takes 5th position. This is again proof that the 2-time champion, the young up-and-coming kid, is brilliant.
He is, and I'm impressed that he got round him so quickly. But I am a bit concerned with, given how much he's crashing, with the timings of Marquez. Not because he's going slow or anything, it's because I think he's going way too fast. He's pushing his tyres way too much, and it's just going to wear it out and increase the risk of him crashing.
They've had trouble heating up the tyres all weekend. Everybody has.
Look at him now.
Especially, he's pushing hard, isn't he? He's slowed down in the 2 sectors. Yeah.
Exactly.
Compare that to Acosta, who's set fastest red sectors across the board. So, yeah, there is a change happening out there on the track.
He's pushing too much.
And Acosta is just sliding the bike. Look at that, coming into turn 10. It's a right-hand corner, and he's turning the bike left.
Let's hope that last round, let's say, does not reoccur, given how that ended for him.
That was impressive stuff. Mark tried to get the cut back, but Acosta had the pace and he had the exit line.
That was
cheeky.
They were close.
Is that a little bit of a knock on the door there?
I'm like,
here now.
Hi.
Old man going through there.
It's like, hi, I'm you from the past.
It reminded me a lot of Marquez actually last year. Here's look at Vinales. He's in the toe now. 2 tenths across the line, Megan.
Right. So, quite close going into... Is that turn 1?
Yep.
Yeah. Going into turn 1, Vinales is really trying to catch up to Martin. But when I'm looking at the times,
Yeah,
he is
Bastianini's
slower.
He is slow. Oh, hello. What's happened there? Did you?
Antonio got passed by Augusto Fernandez.
Yeah, so they've changed over positions. Bagnaia is actually slow by 4/10. He's dropping off the pace here. Acosta's going to grab him.
Let's
So,
look at Bagnaia's times.
well, right ahead, the gap is 1.1. Right behind 0.3 on the dashboard it's come through. What's Bagnaia's times telling you, Megan?
He is the quickest in the top 5.
Really? Bagnaia?
Yep. So far,
That is a surprise.
he's quickest in Sector 1. And Sector 2, he is not quickest, but he's second quickest to Acosta.
We're seeing it now on the Delta screen that we've opened up for you on the timing monitors. So, yeah, and Marc Marquez coming into the battle here. So they're all staying together. This is an unusual MotoGP race here. It's feeling more and more like we're getting a Moto3 race.
It does.
But even Moto2 was good with the new Pirelli rubber. So
We still have 17 laps to go.
we're getting good racing this season. That's what we like about it. We don't want predictable winners.
Exactly, those are boring.
Well, did Martin crash out in Qatar? What happened to him? He dropped back, didn't he, a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. His Bagnaia won, predictably.
Don't think he crashed, though. I think he almost did.
Yeah. There was something. I can't quite remember off the top of my head after all
I
this
remember
weekend.
Acosta dropped.
Yeah. Into the braking zone for turn 1. Bagnaia just having the front. Acosta's right there. Marc Marquez just behind him as well as they come turn 3 at Lagos. Now do you see why I keep saying as we come into turn 3 and as we come into Lagos.
I get it.
Into Lagos, turn 3 is called Lagos. I love that little joke. Look at that. Martin, if he wins this race, will lead the championship by 10 points to Bagnaia, 60 to 50. Vinales has gone 39, Buildup 38.
I like that standing. I want that to increase in both Martin and Vinales' favour.
Well, Vinales
Vinales
might have a win here.
I want him to win. I
I th-
need him to win.
I thought that it might align, and because we've done 33 broadcasts this weekend, at the end of it, Binder might win, but it might not happen that way.
I mean, he's in 7th. I mean, it's not out of the realms of possibility. There's still 16 laps to go.
Nothing is impossible in MotoGP, and we've seen that several times. Martin and Vinales are trading sector times, so they're still close together. The gap now 4/10 of a second.
And that moisture is getting heavier.
Really heavier, yeah. I'm going to try and turn that blog on again before, so take us through this, Megan.
Right, going into the next corner. I don't know which corner this is.
Turn 14 at Sagas and then come out of 15 to Gap.
Right, we're going on to turn 15 now. And can he get close? He's trying his best. Acosta, I mean. Acosta's trying his best going up to the line. He might be able to get a little bit of time just going around the inside next to the pit lane, but
No blog.
he can't catch up. Going into
Turn 1, yeah. There's no blog, so we'll have to sort that. I wonder why there isn't a blog. I'm going to have to talk to Simon Patterson and say, are you doing a live blog for the race yet? And we'll have that on instead. As it's only right, really, because we work with Maddie, so. Cross the line we go then. Look at the tyre. Well, that's a useless graphic if ever I saw one. The tyre choice. We know everybody's on hard front, hard rear. Hard front, medium rear. Everybody's the same. No one's changed it. They've all chosen the same factor.
I don't know why they wanted to show that.
I think they had to get the Michelin graphic in somewhere for this one. As we're on board with Acosta. We've stayed with Acosta for a long time here.
Oh,
Primus says Marquez. Oh, Marquez. He's 6th at the moment.
in the top 10, there's only one person not improving.
Who's not improving?
Quartararo.
Yeah, he's P9, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not improving at all.
That Yamaha should be improving at this circuit. He's won here before. That's the weird thing.
He was once very, very quick, but for some
gone.
reason, I think that information of how to be quick has just decided to leave his head.
Yeah.
He didn't crash at all, did he? So
No, he hasn't crashed since. It's just the bike has been absolutely poor.
they need to change that back to how it was.
Oh, they had, for the first time in over a season, both riders did get through automatically to Q2. Quartararo and Rins were
But before they
inside.
both were in the top 5.
Yeah, and
Consistently.
winning races. As Acosta's got a lovely run on Bagnaia down the straight. Is that KTM Gas really faster than the world champion? Yes! Yes, it is! On the inside! And the young kid's got him! He trail breaks in! He's got it! Hasn't got it
Ooh.
stopped! Bagnaia pays him back! Oh, good try, Pietro. Good try.
Come on, catch up, catch up, catch up.
Marquez is here now as well to have a go at him as they come through. Largo at 4, down to Torrey Vip at turn 5.
Acosta should try his best to pass Bagnaia because then the rivalry that's between Marquez and Bagnaia will just take them both out.
That's true, yeah. So let Mark through and let these two just fight.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at it. It was a good attempt, but he just couldn't get it stopped into turn 1. Oh, and there's the wiggle. And cheeky from Bagnaia.
Would you consider that pushing off?
Come back on the. He had nowhere to go. I think that's just within the rules because he was out of. I think Acosta was too out of control for it.
He was a bit out of control, but it's something to watch.
Pecco says Narco Jr. as well. Really is getting this one. Pecco in 4th position. Acosta in P5. Marquez P6, and the battle for the lead is still there. And if you take a look at the battles quickly. The top 3 matching set times as Digi passes Rins. So the top 3 still battling it out together as well with Delta times. I would show that all the time, but we're really limited about when we can show the timing screen in a race weekend. That's why we just get away with that graphic alongside us here. Here we go again then, attempt 2 for Pietro Acosta. He's in the slipstream again. Now Bagnaia's going to know what to do here. He's put the bike in the centre of the track and Acosta can't get through without taking him off, so backs out of it.
Yeah, he's backing out of it just as much as Marquez is backing out of taking over Acosta.
We're halfway there in the Portuguese Grand Prix for MotoGP. Lap 13 of 25, 13 laps remain. It's Martin leading by 4.5 tenths to Viñales. Bassini and Bagnaia make it 3-4, but Bagnaia's in a fight with Acosta and Marc Marquez. Brad Binder in 7th is trailing in behind him as well. So, yeah, it's coming good.
From those 3 bikes, am I the only one that just feels a bit off with the differences in how they're behaving?
Everyone's being a bit, light on the gas, isn't he?
Yeah. And it's just, there's something in how they moved around one of those corners just then.
They're saving the tyres?
It just felt...
Wrong?
Yeah.
Right.
It felt very wrong.
And we're going to fight for the lead between the top 3 now. Bastianini's brought himself into this little fight with him and with Viñales and Martin.
They're close.
Yeah, okay.
We're within a second of each other.
They are, top 3 within a second. Okay, so game on here. You guys going to cover World Superbikes 2? Sadly not this year, but we're working on that for 2025 with the other members of the team. So we're working on that with other members of the team to try and get a hold of it. But it's just that we cover so much. But after Top Rack's victory in the sprint, that was fantastic. So yeah, we'll have to have a look at that.
Viñales is improving.
Yeah, Bagnaia's done a 138.830.
Look at how they're behaving.
Yeah,
and tell me, does it not feel off?
It feels off. And Acosta running a little bit too deep through turn 1 there as well. Okay, I get what you mean now. Something is off between them all. Do you reckon there's a track temperature drop to something as well?
Maybe. It would explain why there's moisture increasing in the air.
Hard front tyres coming through. As it stands, Martin leads by 10 points. Viñales up to 3rd in the driver standings. Bang on there as well. Lou.
I just can't shake it.
You've got that feeling that something bad's going to happen.
Yeah. I hope I'm wrong.
Martin's pulled a 2nd on Viñales now. That gap was 4 tenths, and now he's already pulled a 2nd, so that's a surprise.
So something in the way they're going on corners.
Yeah. That's taking him by half over Craig Jones, down into that turn 9 section. There's a dramatic drop downhill. It's like a roller coaster, this place.
Weirdly, I don't feel it as much from Bagnaia.
No,
but it's more Marc and Acosta.
Marc has been crashing every week, all weekend long. He crashed in warm this morning, and that was on the bike he crashed in qualifying as well. So I think there's a problem with that ride height device. He said yesterday to Simon and Maddie in the press conference. He said, it was my mistake. I turned the ride height device on too soon. So as soon as I turned the bike, it went down because I had no grip.
He's having a lot of problems with that ride height. And
he had that problem. Do you remember in Qatar on the grid? He couldn't get it activated.
And luckily...
And that was on bike 1.
Yeah, and didn't he luckily have...
It was a delayed start, yeah.
So he was able to fix it.
He's on bike 2 in this race. He's not gone on to bike 1. So bike 1 is having all the issues. He's on bike 2 for this one, I'm being told. As we see Acosta...
Might have the same issues.
Yeah, because he's down in 6th mark at the moment. He could have been pole. He claims he threw it away on his own accord there. But Mark could have been leading this one. But we'll go to Kota next. And Kota is his track. He's won there so many times, only been defeated twice.
Okay. So, okay, they are both increasing in speed, but I don't know.
Not fast enough.
It's more the fact that it just feels wrong.
How about this? Acosta's trying to go on the inside at turn 5 of Bagnaia. Bagnaia was very slow at the exit there. And Acosta is getting caught in the dirty air. The front of the bike is being shaken more than a martini in a shaker. I was trying to say the cocktail glass there. James Bond would be very happy if his martini came off the back of Acosta's gas bike right now as well, the way it's been shaken. Oh, the camera's shaking as well now.
Look,
Is it me or is it raining?
I know, it looks like it's raining.
It does look like there's some drops, doesn't there, coming down?
Yeah.
That would be something, wouldn't it? It would be a
would.
flag to flag, so they wouldn't stop the race. But
It'd be entertaining, certainly.
yeah, everyone will come in.
They
But
are increasing,
look,
both of them.
look. Fog. And
That is
that dust. It
so
was-
much foggier than it was before. Look, they are both increasing. Only both of them, though, in surrounding areas.
Let's take a look at it. So 138.830 is just on the fastest lap of the race, Martin, actually. That doesn't help as he comes across the line. I was trying to see if there was a difference between these lap times. So track temperature is getting cooler, equaling faster lap times.
Yeah. But also, the tyres would have grade quicker, I think.
138.872 was the previous best race lap set by Alicia Spargo in 2023. Martin's just set a new all-time record in the race here at Portimao. That 138.830. And this, again, Acosta and Bagnaia to turn 1. And like you said, Megan,
Ooh.
Acosta's trail breaking it down.
There.
Yeah. Oh, you went off as well. I mean, did he touch the green? Yes, he did.
No, he just missed it.
So this is, yeah, the
look,
front,
there.
yeah, it's going, yeah. The front's gone on Acosta, hasn't it? Just like we saw in Qatar. He loses the front, yeah, look at that, it's gone. Front tyre's gone.
I knew there was something wrong about them. The way the corners were being taken, it felt wrong.
Good commentary and live timing, awesome. When I can't watch live, says Glenn. That's what we're here for. Alternative commentary and the timings as much as we can. Shande says Pedro. Reed says hello, and go Pedro as well.
Oh.
Acosta's P5 at the moment, closing in as well.
But his foot just slipped.
Oh, that's not good. Look at that last lap. Okay, so Martin is fast now, but Vinales keeping on 8/10. That's how powerful the slipstream is here. On that long back straight, he's still got the toe to keep on the attack and start pushing.
Bashrin is doing great.
He is doing great, I must admit. This is a really strong performance from him. Third place after starting on pole for only the second time. But it looks like Martin's going to take a race win, so we will have two different winners. As Vinales now takes it to a 138.818. Maybe Top Gun still stands a chance. Is it me?
Better.
Do you feel like this is rising to a crescendo, this race?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rising, isn't
I
it?
told you something's going to happen.
7/10 now, and Bastianini
Hopefully.
moves within 1.2 of Martin, so they're still all running together. It's not over yet here at Portugal.
Oh, that's getting foggy, yeah.
That dust storm. There's nothing on after this as well. This is the last action of the day, so that dust for MotoGP, not for us.
It might miss him.
Yeah, we've got 90 minutes to get ready for IndyCar, and then we've got an hour and a half again, or an hour break until NASCAR.
Can have dinner with that too.
Yeah. We go off in half an hour's time, just let everyone know. 3 o'clock. It's getting in there, isn't it? Come on. Oh, look, Mark's catching Acosta. Mark's within a 10th now. 8/10, sorry.
How's Mark taking his corners?
Oh, we can't see him yet.
I know. But
I wish we had... I tell you what, though.
there he is.
Here he is. He's looking at... Yeah, the front's coming up a little bit. I wish Dorna... I think F1 TV's now got the superior product compared to Dorna's Video Pass. But I wish... I wish
wanna
there was
see them.
red buttons. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
see... I know you can go on board with any rider, but it's only 4 onboards.
Yeah.
And I wish we had that multi-screen in here. Although, ideally, I want like a... You know, my television upstairs?
Yeah.
I want one there, and then I want 2 here for this, and then
Well,
that and that.
We can't really have one there at this moment because of this.
No, I attach it to a bracket, and it switches
Oh.
on and that, yeah. So they're there and there on the
Yeah,
back
that
wall.
would be nice.
Yeah, and then we get 2 here, which is this monitor. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just redecorating to tell you what Megan I want in the com box. because we're watching a 40-inch monitor, which below it has track maps everywhere to know where we are. And then there's a little timing screen just below it, and then Megan's on a laptop because one monitor's got broke. Is this airtime for the race leader? No, but Jack Miller got about 30 metres in the jump over turn 9 early on. Does he come off the ground at all? No.
Just as a wheeler.
It is foggy, isn't it? It's that smog is coming in on the circuit now.
It's getting heavier.
Yeah. Pedro Martin is long. He can't pass Pedro yet.
Right. I want to see how both Acosta and Marquez take these corners. And
Alex is in the pits.
Gonna say.
I know. I thought for a second. I looked down and saw Marquez. I thought, what? But it's Alex Marquez enters the pit lane to retire.
He won't last long.
You did say 8 to go,
He would not
and
last
where is
long.
he? 21st. Yeah, may as well save the engine of the bike.
Morbidelli, I'm surprised at.
I think Morbidelli might do that soon. I think he might come in.
I think he's fed up of retiring.
Actually, if I was Morbidelli, I would keep going. Do you know why?
Why?
I never had any pre-season testing, extra test session.
True.
I'd stay out there.
This can be his practice.
Yeah, lost the race, but stay out there for data. That's what I would do. But Alex had pre-season testing, and he's decided to give it up on that one. As SHT says, they should have put Marquez and A Marquez to make it clearer. We just know the numbers: 73 for Alex, 93 for
Round
Mark.
corner 1, we're on board with Acosta.
Yeah, he takes a sharper line, doesn't he? Bagnaia keeps his leg down and his kneecap's hitting it. Look at Acosta just shaking on the brakes, but this is over 4th place now.
It's the way he goes up.
Yeah, uphill, it's so 4. Acosta's just so much more closer to the ground, have you noticed?
Yeah.
There's such a run on Bagnaia now to turn 5.
That's a lot of shaking, and that corner does not have the shake thing.
Oh, he's twitching again through 5 against the inside line. Lovely camera angle that. Why haven't we seen that all race? As he comes
There.
through. Oh, it's a drone. That's why it's a drone camera.
Did you see it?
Yeah, Acosta's shaking like crazy.
Now I just need an on board with Marquez.
I'll see it, have a look.
And I can prove my theory that something is wrong with the both of them.
Bagnaia and Bassini.
No.
Sorry, Bagnaia and Acosta, or just Acosta? Oh, on board with
Acosta and Marquez.
on board with Acosta. Over the hill. Yeah.
May as well check Bagnaia at the same time. Bagnaia is not as bad.
No, Acosta is shaking, isn't it? It's like
Yes.
he turns the. Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
Rear shot there.
And going up, and it's
Front twitching McConnell. I didn't see the exit when he tries to pull it up, as you say.
it's only at certain corners I've noticed.
Well, look, there it is again, shaking. So it's when he's coming up, the front tyre, because it was. Do you remember he was turning left when we were
It's
going
like
right?
it's locking.
Yeah, it's just going wrong. And look, he's got a great exit though, coming out of Galp. Across the line, Acosta's going to try and take it here to Abashi's at the fast half of the race, 1:38.793.
Turn 1 is his greatest friend, though.
Now, look what turns in. Oh, look at that. He's got so much more speed, but then he loses it at the apex and then he touches the line again.
It's for locking.
Oliveira has what's happened here? Oliveira gets ahead of Quartararo. Yeah, Oliveira 9th, and Quartararo's down to 11th. Quartararo's been passed by Bezecchi as well.
Well, Quartararo had a good run in the top 10.
He's still in the points. Miller's actually the last one in the points paying position. Miller's dropped down to 15th. When are they going to replace him with Pietro? Just saying. Acosta is there and delivering week in, week out. Same
don't
bike,
know.
of course, but come on. Get him in the main team. Put Jack on the gas gas. Just swap him for publicity's sake. Because that gas gas is the same KTM bike as what we see on Jack Miller's KTM and Brad Binder's. But can I just point out, Acosta is ahead of both Binder and Miller.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Mir in 15th. I am so done.
You're very tired,
Yeah,
aren't you?
Miller's 8th. It's Mir 15th. But my point still stands because Acosta is ahead of Binder and Miller. To be fair, though, in my sleep despite Spain,
You got the M.
JMIL, JMIR. The L, the R is
They're the
an L.
JRs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to differentiate.
Yeah, Juan Mir, Jack Miller, and there's another one.
Martin.
Jorge Martin, yeah. The 3 JMs together, you don't stand a chance.
Just like JM against JM against JM.
Yeah, I'd rather just like go, okay. It's like
Speaking of JM,
Bastianini and Bagnaia always annoy me as well because they're too similar to talk about it. Oh,
And they're together right now.
yeah, they are. And Acosta's there too on the back of Bagnaia as well. And they've got similar liveries. See what I'm getting confused with the gases and the Ducatis this year.
Yeah, I can't tell the difference either.
I can't. They look so similar. And Acosta's on the inside into Lagos, and he's got him. Can Bagnaia get the comeback? Yes. He'll get the back. Yes.
Oh!
Acosta shut the door. He shut the door on Bagnaia, and
made a bit of
Acosta's done a
contact there
brilliant lead. He
too.
did. That was beautiful from Acosta.
Let's see how long he can last on those tyres.
That's how you do it. He's just pulled a move on the two-time champion. Let's take a look at it again. Slips on the inside. Bagnaia comes to cut back. Acosta says, get off him.
It's like he was using his locking to an advantage. I think he's realised.
Yeah, look. Whoa, and Bagnaia nearly was off. KTM, love that. That's a factory KTM team as well, can I just point out. And there's the gas boys.
They're just like,
Oh.
what happened?
Mark, can he get him? Can he get him into a pair turn 10 and 11 at Portimao? He'll
Oh.
drop down.
He got a bit too close to the ground there. Almost lost it.
Look at that. Miller's going to lead the Martin's going to lead the championship now by 12 points. Marquez on the inside line at turn 13. Bagnaia doesn't know he's there. Oh, and Mark nearly loses it. That was cheeky from Bagnaia. He might get a warning for that from the stewards. And did you hear the roar from the crowd?
I did. Though, did you see how he almost lost it?
Yeah, that's
And
what
how
I'm
he was
about.
like, oh, there's the ground.
Yeah, that's the cat-like reactions from Marc Marquez we come to know, isn't it? But that's going to put Bagnaia out of position here because Marc's going to have the slipstream all the way up the hill. Ducati versus Ducati. And when Marc Marquez is involved, you don't stand a chance. Into turn 1. They'll have an attack now. 4 laps to go in this race.
Right, let's see how they're doing sector 1s. Acosta has... Oh,
Slowed up, yeah.
no. Quickened. The rest of them are slow.
Oh, you're right. 20.688.
He is currently...
Surely not a podium. What's the gap?
This, oh my God! Him and Vinales do have the same sector 1.
20.688 between the two of them. You're right, absolutely spot on between them. You don't reckon, do you, that we could see
Maybe.
Acosta on the podium?
I mean, we already know that Martin's going to win because honestly, he is flying out there.
Might be flying in a second because that cloud is getting a bit darker over the side of the circuit. Is late rain going to play a factor in this race?
It might just miss him.
Well, we had this in Formula 1 when we raced here in 2020 for the first time. Marquez is at the top of turn 10. Now, this is where he went. Look out for turn 13. That's at the top of the hill here. This is where Mark likes to come for all the action. And he's going to go for it on the inside. And he's going to try again. Bagnaia's wise to it, shuts the door.
Come on, Mark. You got to strike when the iron is cold for him, but you're still away. Never the hot.
Right.
They always expect the hot.
Okay. Okay, that's just your tactics there, Megan.
It is.
Over Galp at 15.
You got to strike when they don't expect it, but they kind of still expect it because then they're like, I'm just being paranoid.
So when are you going to go for it? Where would you go? Now? Or
Turn
wait?
12.
Yeah, downhill manoeuvre on the inside blocks him into 13, I agree. Exit 11's looking good, so Mark's going to have to wait a little bit longer. He already had an attack there, didn't he?
You
Hi, Amy.
did.
Quattro okay? Yeah, Quattro's down to 13th now. Oh, hello.
You
Yeah.
can get a good slipstream from turn 11, you
Oh,
see.
Quattro's repassed Oliveira and Digi, and he's passed
Woohoo.
Leish. Quattro's back to 10th. That's what he's saying. Yeah,
Woohoo.
that's fab. Mark in turn 5, he's going for it, late lunge. And Marc Marquez, does he get ahead? No. The contact! Bagnaia cuts back on the inside line and takes out both of them.
I told you something was coming.
The championship leader is out of the race. That's not Marc Marquez's fault, that's Bagnaia's fault. What was he doing?
I don't know, but I told you. It was one of them.
Marc Marquez has his 4th crash of the weekend, and this time he's taken out. So he's on the inside line. But what's Bagnaia doing here? He come back and he caused that crash. That's
did.
Bagnaia being stupid.
Oh, wait a minute.
Under investigation by the stewards.
Mark's arm.
Yeah.
His bad arm.
Yeah, I know.
That wheel went straight into him.
I hope that hasn't done him any damage. I hope that shoulder's been repaired a lot. And now Martin's going to lead by Bagnaia rejoins the race. But
Not for long.
that is going to be a severe
Those tyres are
discussion.
done.
Yeah. That is going to be a formal warning for Bagnaia, I reckon. You don't take out Marc Marquez, you don't take out a fellow teammate. You do not do that.
And you do not certainly do it by hitting the arm he has been injured on for the past 4 years.
He cut to the inside line, and what was he thinking? He wasn't going to get the corner. Mark had
That's
got
not
that.
a place to overtake. What corner was that?
Turn 5 on the inside line. And where's Mark dropped to? Is he outside the points? Yes.
Yeah.
He's 17th. Watch now, look. So Mark's on the inside line. Bagnaia tries to get the cut back.
Look, his arm.
Yeah, and Mark gets hit on the arm.
Right at his shoulder.
And,
And
he's
he
on
landed
his
on it.
shoulder. Oh.
Please don't be injured. Please. Oh, no.
So Mark goes through. Let's
at his
have a look.
arm.
Luckily, I think it was a small on the facts, and that's like a knock.
Yeah.
That might be all right.
He
But
might have had it at a right angle, but it looked bad. He's using it, but
I'll tell you one thing, Ducati are absolutely furious.
I would be. But I told you it was one of those three.
Bagnaia might need an emergency escape from this place later.
Yeah, in a helicopter.
And now we've got the top 3 battling with 2 laps to go. Martin's lead is down to less than a second, but Bastianini and Vinales are fighting together as well.
I told you I could sense something coming from one of those three.
Yeah. I don't know what Pecco was thinking there. And he's in, he's out. Bagnaia officially retires from the race. Where did he go? Well, he's already lost anyway. In
Mark's
20th.
just coming up to it.
Mark's in 17th. He's going to keep going.
No, he's just coming up to it, I think.
I reckon that might be a grid penalty for the next race, you know, for Bagnaia.
I'd give him one.
Yeah.
I'd give him a good penalty. 5 places at least.
It's too dangerous.
Actually, no, 10.
Last lap, the call.
Mark might want to finish this.
Mark should finish it. But that's the championship leader scoring no points. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Is that Vinales? He's out. Vinales runs off the track. I just thought, why is there a Ducati through? And Vinales' bike gives up, and he's high-sided him. Vinales is out.
Oh, he's out of breath.
Pedro Acosta is onto the podium in just his 2nd race.
He's had the wind knocked out of him.
Look, the bike's gone. It's dead. Look, the bike's died on him down the straight. I reckon the chain's come off.
It has. And he hits a curb, I think. Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wiggles up and high-sides it. Yeah.
And
So-
he's got the wind knocked out of him.
And that bike has been destroyed. Martin will win. Bastianini is 2nd, and Pietro Acosta is going to get a podium in just his 2nd Grand Prix.
Good for him. But Vinales was having such a good weekend.
Tell you what, this man has been called a Marc Marquez style. Next up is Cota. Will he take a win there?
You better.
What an absolutely bizarre weekend this has turned out to be. But the championship leader is out. Jorge Martin is in. It will be his 6th victory in MotoGP. He took a sprint victory in Qatar. He'll take a feature race Grand Prix win in Algarve. It has been an absolutely superb weekend. Action across the board, up towards the line. Jorge Martin wins. The special one waves home. Another special one. Martin wins here in Portimao. Bastianini is 2nd, and Pietro Acosta gets his 1st ever podium in MotoGP in just his 2nd start. The rise of a star. Binder 4th, Miller 5th, Bezzecchi 6th. Quartararo will get points in 7th. Aleix is 8th. Oliveira gets the first points for Trackhouse in 9th. Digi's 10th. Augusto Fernandez, Mia 12th. Rins 13th. Nakagami 14th. Zarco 15th. And Marc Marquez is 16th and out of the points. Marini 17th. Morbidelli 18th. Vinales, Bagnaia, Alex Marquez, Raul Fernandez out. What a race in Portugal!
Did you see how Bagnaia was looking at the camera? It's like, it's your own fault, mate. You caused that.
But he did it. It was Petro's fault. You're right. Yeah, I know where you're going. I thought that was what Petro was saying to Mark. But yeah. Wow. Petro's the future. Pecco is over. WTF. Marc Marquez 93 with a strong arm. Easily finished. Vinales crashed. Acosta podium. 3rd youngest podium finisher in the Premier Class history for Pietro Acosta. Literally just his 2nd Grand Prix. The 19-year-old from Spain.
Honestly, I did think when I heard Acosta's name, I was like, I've heard that name before.
Moto 2, Moto 3, yeah.
Yeah, though I've never actually watched them
Moto3 properly,
religiously.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like he is going to be another Marquez.
100%.
I'd be surprised if he wasn't.
Right, let's take a look again at Maverick Vinales. Did the chain come off? High side there, and then it went.
There.
Yeah, look. He had his
He
foot
tried
off.
to get the air to it.
Do you reckon it's overheated and cut off? There, something was falling off the back there. Let's have a look at the chain. Chain's on. So it's just the engine's died.
And then
It
there.
seizes. Oh, it seized on it. The rear locked.
And he had the wind knocked out of him.
Airbag did go off though, so that's something. Look, you can see.
I think it just took the wind out of him. I think the airbag came out after he hit the ground.
Yeah.
Like he already got the wind knocked out of him by that point.
Really?
And I think that took even more out.
Really strange race. Incident involving Marc Marquez and Bagnaia to be reviewed after the race.
Well, we all know how that's going to go.
Something tells me after this weekend we need a JB Motorsports podcast. So much has happened.
We already have one.
I know, but we're going to do one, record one.
Yeah.
Can I get your reaction to Alonso's penalty? 20 seconds for causing an accident with Russell. Do you know what?
He didn't touch him.
Do you know what the reason was?
What?
Driving potentially dangerous is the reason they gave him a penalty.
He went round a corner.
He didn't even drive. They only couldn't say he was driving dangerously. It was potentially he was driving dangerously, and they gave him a penalty for that.
I'm sorry, but that's not racing.
Yeah, honestly, attempted murder? I mean, there's no such thing. What kind of crime is that? You don't give somebody a prize for attempted peace, do you?
For anyone who doesn't know, that's a Simpsons line with Sideshow Bob. Best line.
I might tweet that. I love that. Do you know why I love that episode? What does Bob say on the phone? Hello, Birch. Birch Barlow.
Yeah.
Hello, Birch. I was like, oh, yeah, I've got a hello, Bart. Oh, that was my text alert. I want to find that if it's possible. Hello, Birch. I just texted her.
You should.
Ah, Sideshow Bob.
Honestly, who
Right.
doesn't love Kelsey Grammer?
Everyone, I'm listening. Let's have a look at that. Well,
He is the best.
the stewards are going to be listening to this. I still view that as Bagnaia's fault, not
It
Mark's.
was. Bagnaia was the one to cause that.
Yeah. Hey, baby, you can see. What was that? How does it go?
No, because I don't know whether we're allowed to.
You can, because it's not actually, it's different. How does it go? How does the start go? I can't remember. I'm so sleep deprived.
I don't know. We'll watch more Frasier later.
Yeah, I can't remember how the opening to Frasier goes. Can we just have cheers? Where everybody... Oh, no, that's perfect, actually. How ironic is that? There's cheers. The cheers box set. Many people say, why is that in the garage? Because if I get bored, there's a DVD player.
Okay, the PlayStation.
Yes. No, there's actually a DVD player. Nana's DVD player's up there.
Really?
And so is a VCR machine. That's a video cassette.
That's where the VCR is.
Stand up,
I can't.
pop your head round there, and look up.
I remember that. I remember always also used to get told,
Baby,
don't play with that.
Thank you, Kieran. Baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and scrambled eggs. There we go. Thank you. That was driving me
They're
nuts.
calling again.
They're calling again. Yeah. Maverick has left the building. Oh, he's won a race and he won the sprint and he's lost a podium. That's harsh.
Can I?
You want to go?
Yeah, I need a drink.
We're going to hear the top three. Thoughts on this MotoGP weekend again, Megs?
Surprising.
Yeah.
Very, very surprising.
Well, we'll see you in Spain because you're not in Costa as far as I know.
I don't think.
I think Maddie's and old Julia, one of the two. So you get a race off. Let's have just talk us through it again because it went there, didn't it, for Vinales, and then it just dies.
Because you see, he pushed the bike down. It's like, what's happening?
Turns in. That was a mistake. I would have run off because then he can't straighten up and it locks on him.
Wait a minute. He didn't slow down for the corner.
No brakes.
His brakes were shot.
And then it locked immediately, so he lost brakes. Right.
Because I just noticed how he tried to make that corner, but he went way too wide. His brakes were gone.
Well, it's not the first time Maverick Vinales had no brakes. Do you remember Austria a couple of years ago when he had to jump off the Yamaha and it went straight on into the barrier?
Okay.
Portugal love Miguel Oliveira. Portugal are going to be loving Pietro Acosta, the brother from Spain. Thanks for your company, mates. We'll see you soon. As you can disappear if you like.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. The cheers around as Acosta. There's just so many cheers. Thanks, Maxima. Everyone watching on now. An absolute delight here at the Algarve International Circuit. Acosta's on the podium. Fantastic. Tears in his eyes. He's third today, but how long until the victory? He'll be a very happy boy when we speak to him. I watched that all in documentary on Mark. Doctors rebroke the arm and bone and spun it 30 degrees before sending it with screws. Sick, it really was. There's Oliveira on the start-finish straight, waving to the fans and giving them cheers and applause. What a weekend. Every race has delivered. And we've got 2 left. $1 million challenge at IndyCar with Thermal Club is up next. And then also we'll have NASCAR from the Circuit of the Americas. Martin leads the title, 60 points to Binder on 42. But right now, let's go through the full race results, shall we, before we hear from the top 3. Jorge Martin is victorious with Enea Bastianini second, Pedro Acosta third, getting his first ever podium. Brad Binder is 4th, Jack Miller is 5th, Marco Bezzecchi 6th, Fabio Quartararo 7th, Aleix Espargaro 8th, Miguel Oliveira 9th, Fabio Di Giannantonio rounds out the top 10. Augusto Fernandez is 11th, Johan Mir is 12th, Alex Rins 13th, Takiki Nakagami is 14th, Johan Zarco 15th in the last point scoring position. 16th for Marc Marquez, Luca Marini is 17th, Franco Morbidelli 18th, and out of the race we have Viñales, Bagnaia, Alex Marquez and Raul Fernandez. Let's hear from the top 3, down with Simon Crafar.
The quote machine's about to speak to Simon Crafar. Pedro Acosta on the podium.
Pedro, after everything impressive you've done here in MotoGP, I was at your debrief last night and you said you're happy, but you clearly weren't happy, and I loved it because you clearly wanted more. What about today? Are you happy?
Nothing to say about today. I mean, the team make amazing work. I mean, the bike was perfect until the end of the race. Today was not the tire. Today was not the arms. Today was anything, you know, just riding. It's true that we need to improve in many areas. We need to improve in the qualifying and also in the sprint races, but we have it the first podium. Look, these boys, today is not red Ducati, today is red Gas, you know. For this, nothing to say. I mean, thanks to Mr. Peter, to Pete Bader, to Hervé, to all the guys from the team, to Paul, my crew chief, to everyone that is working behind this project, because we know that it was not going to be easy, but we have it the first one.
Awesome, congratulations.
Thank you.
Pedro Acosta has it all. I'm telling you, he has the skills. He talks about there, just go out there and ride. He's a rider's rider. He's also great off track, as we heard in that interview there with Simon Crafar, hitting all the right notes, thanking all the right people. He's going far.
Well, he's the first rider to ever pass Brad Binder on the brakes on the same bike. Really, I mean, Binder's been the benchmark on a KTM, hence why they signed him on a long-term contract. They signed him early because Binder is the man. And he's just been passed by a 19-year-old rookie. Yeah, and left for dead, really.
Showed why they ended Paul Espargaro's contract early, to make sure they held on to him. Because trust us when we say the other manufacturers were all sniffing around Pedro, but KTM have done the right thing, in my opinion. I'm sure in many people watching at home's opinion too. He is a star in the making here. We knew it. We've known it since his first race back in Qatar, winning from pit lane. As you do, as you do.
I remember that race. It was amazing.
Winning from pit lane. Unreal.
I've got that race in the commentary map to do a throwback.
Yeah,
that great hug where, I mean, if you're Jorge Martin, he won't have realised that Pedro was going to be third because he won't have seen him on his pit board. It'd be like, oh, well, he's coming.
Yep.
Doha 21.
Enea Bastianini, pole position and on the podium in race 2 here in Portimao.
There's Bastianini.
And I've got to say, it's a nice story. It started so bad 12 months ago here, a really tough 23, and look at today, pole position and standing on the podium second again.
Yeah, I'm really happy about the race, especially because from last year here, after this big crash, It's important to be back on the podium now, and incredible sensation. At the start, I was a little bit nervous. I have committed some mistakes during my first 3-4 laps, but after has been a really beautiful race. The pace of Jorge was really fast. Every time when I was a little bit more close, he pushed a little bit more and have bring me a little bit distant. Maverick also was really fast, but at the end, I don't know what's happened on the straight. And well, he's on another podium. He's a good second place for the moment, but I can be happy.
Great to have the beast back. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, but for those first couple of laps, perhaps for Enea Bastianini, he could have been mixing it with Martin. Beast mode definitely engaged for Enea, and that's something to take into the next round in Kota. And to be fair to Bastianini, bringing the bike home regularly.
Yeah, absolutely. Confidence booster for him. And when it's those small differences with your confidence that will make the difference when it comes to those opening laps with a full tank of fuel.
Marc Marquez, in the end, no points today for the first time on the Ducati. But, do you know what? It was a platform builder, wasn't it? We talked about it in the opening round. He's got the podium yesterday, and he's still finding his feet on that Ducati.
And he's battling with the world champion.
The point is, though, when you've got Pedro Costas and people like that coming through, you've got to strike soon, hasn't he? Just like Jorge Martin has had. What a great start to the season. Third in the opening round in Qatar, but it's a win in the race here today.
Jorge, you are so regularly fast, and if there isn't some technical thing holding you back, you're either winning or fighting for the win. Tell us about the race today.
Yeah, I think today I didn't have any issues with the bike. I was feeling really good with the medium already on Friday, and today I knew what I was able or capable of. I started fast straight away. I wanted to take that lead, and then I was trying to be good on the tires, try to manage a bit the rear. And then step by step, I saw even if I was improving the lap times, Maverick and Enea were super close. So at some point of the race, I saw a small gap. I tried my best. I did that 7-8 gap. That was enough to fight for the win again. Today I was pulling the hammer out there, trying to improve lap by lap, and I was finally it's a big relief after last season to win again, because I feel I am competitive and I can do it again.
Congratulations.
I can do it again.
Congratulations.
Let's go down to Susie Perry.
It was absolutely stunning, wasn't it? Michael, it seemed like he was in the perfect storm today.
He had everything. He got the start, he got his head down, worked his tyre hard to get a little bit of a gap, and then he controlled it. But his pace was metronomic, but he was being chased all the way, so he never had a moment in the race we could properly relax. But yeah, that's what Jorge Martin's capable of. Ultra fast. It's weird because he's been the sprint king, now he's the feature race king, while Pecco looked like the man in the sprint yesterday, struggling a little bit. So the GP24 Ducatis threw a little curveball in both the Pramac and the factory garages. So Jorge Martin leads the championship, and he's going to lead it for more than 24 hours this time.
Absolutely, and it's certainly the way round you want it. You want the Sundays to be your day, don't you?
Yeah, and it's good for him as well to break, Pecco's dominance on the Sunday. We know Pecco's been so strong last year, did it again in Qatar, but this time it was for Martin to fight back. He was comfortable with that medium tyre, took his confidence into the race, was aggressive, led all the way. So yeah, well done Jorge Martin, and he's definitely going to take the fight to Pecco for the championship.
Yeah, and it's been interesting listening to him this weekend, because as Gav said, he has been quite quiet. Normally he's very bullish, the chest is out, the words are there, it's a kind of pomp, and not this weekend. They've worked through the problems that they've had, and this is what they've achieved. It's magnificent for Pramac.
It really is, and they're obviously ready to fight for the title. It was a good start in Qatar, but this weekend, that with the mistakes from Pecco, that's exceptional for Jorge Martin to grab the bull by the horns, really take command of the race. A dominant display, 25 points. Yeah, they're going home happy tonight.
Yeah, they certainly are, but what about Pedro Acosta? This absolute sensation, sticking it to everybody, zero respect for anybody. You've got to love him for that. But there was a point, really, where we were all thinking, how can he do this and have a tyre at the end of the race? But he did.
Yeah, this was sublime. This was amazing. I mean, and just like in Qatar, he was on the attack. He was showing his front wheel everywhere he could. You could see the bike moving around a lot. And normally, that means you overwork in your tyres, you're going to get that pressure, that temperature coming up. He was able to keep that rhythm all the way there. We see him attacking Brad Binder there on the brakes, which, I mean, we don't see anybody passing Brad Binder on the brakes. This is with the same bike, and then again into turn 1 on Marc Marquez. So he was able to make the move stick, turn that bike, use the efficiency of that bike, and he was able to attack Pecco as well and show him that he had a better pace. So Acosta, you know, as a rookie, I mean, look at that. He's outbraking Pecco. Nobody overtakes Pecco into turn 1. He does it anyway, sliding the back around there. He sees a little gap as well in turn 3, the slowest corner of the track. Sticks it in, defends his position as well. You know exactly where Pecco is there. He's able to push him a little bit. Well, not literally, but hold the line so he doesn't leave any opportunity for Pecco to get back at him. I mean, the racecraft was amazing. This lad, he's a rookie. It's only his second race in this championship. What a potential he's got. What a flamboyant rider.
Look at Hervé's face, that really does say it all. It's tremendous for the Tech 3 Gas team to have young Pedro Acosta in their sights. And you heard in his interview there, more to do, lots more to do for qualifying, getting there step by step. Sensational story, but you talked about pushing there. Let's get to what was a blockbuster race, actually, but one of the main stories, obviously, Pecco Bagnaia and Marc Marquez. Let's see that again, and let's just relive it. And Michael, talk us through your thoughts on it.
Well, we just witnessed the moment when Pedro Acosta went through and then protected his line. Pecco wanted to cut back under Marc. There wasn't quite enough room. These bikes are quite fat with the wings in the front, so at this moment the cutback is on, but he stays down inside. He sort of squirts it into the side of Marc. It's a racing incident that could have been avoided. Obviously, you weigh it heavily in Pecco's that it was him that caused the incident that took both riders down. So yes, there's a slight door open. He should have really been a little bit more cautious if you want to keep upright. So yeah, obviously it's going to run and run, but yeah, I don't know if there'd be any penalty for Pecco, but it was certainly his fault that they both ended up on the deck.
Well, we will be staying on air there. You can see Ricky from IRTA walking down the pit lane with Davide Tardozzi. We'll find out what's been said later on in the programme, but let's enjoy this. Look at him, Pedro Acosta. What an absolute superstar we have on our hands.
And it's not going to change. An absolutely amazing run in the championship. It is Pietro Acosta and his first ever podium. Alongside him, Enea Bastianini goes in second, but it's Jorge Martin who absolutely has dominated today, and he wins the Portuguese Grand Prix. And the trophies will now be presented out there as well. Onto the podium we come. And trying to find out my right notes as well. It's getting really tricky, actually. It's button 2, actually, because that's on the full camera. Constructors' Trophy goes the way of Prima Pramac once again. And in third place, well, I don't need to check that, Pietro Acosta gets his first ever podium in MotoGP. Enea Bastianini will have his 10th MotoGP podium, his 42nd of his career, and it will be presented by Jose Mourinho, the special one, as he presents the trophy over there. Big reception here in Portugal. But it's Jorge Martin with an 18th MotoGP podium, his 46th of his career, his 16th career win and 6th win in MotoGP. Jorge Martin wins the Portuguese Grand Prix, and in his honour, for the 26-year-old from Madrid, we will hear the Spanish national anthem.
Listen to the Royal March.
And now it's champagne time here in the Algarve. race! What a weekend! Every single series has delivered to utmost brilliance. And now we await what will happen as we head stateside to COTA in 2 weeks' time. Let's take a look then at the championship results and standings coming into this one as well. Jorge Martin leaves here on 60 World Championship points. Brad Binder will be on 42 point gap in the standings. Bastianini will be on 39. He'll be too clear to Bagnaia, who's on 37. Pedro Acosta jumps up to 5th now on 28. He's a point clear to Marc Marquez. Aleix Espargaro, 25. Maverick Vinales crashing out, still only having points from Qatar on that sprint win yesterday. He is on 19. Jack Miller has 16. Fabio Di Giannantonio level with Fabio Quartararo on 15. Alex Marquez, no points today. He's got 13. Marco Bezzecchi's on 12. Miguel Oliveira, 8. 7 for Johan Mir. 5 for Augusto Fernandez. And Johan Zarco, 3 for Alex Rins and 2 for Takiki Nakagami. What more can you say about MotoGP in 2024? It is absolutely brilliant. The sprint racing is good, the Grand Prix racing is good, and it's not always Bagnaia taking a win. We do sometimes have unusual winners. Thanks for your company this weekend for the Portuguese Grand Prix. We have loved every single second of it. We'll be back for this Premier Class racing in 2 weeks' time when we go stateside for the Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix at the Texas racetrack as well. It's going to be a classic. But we'll be there tonight because coming up later tonight, we've got IndyCar from COTA. Their race is going to be fantastic to see what it's like as well on a road course this season. We've had great NASCAR races so far. And next up, in about an hour and 20 minutes, a brand new thing for IndyCar, the $1 million challenge at the Thermal Club. Can't wait. Let's go. We'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, did the mic go quiet? Yeah, I think it's got a dodgy lead. Yeah, okay, I think my mic's gone dodgy, so we'll get that repaired going forward. Probably the lead's gone. Thanks for your company this weekend. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. What a weekend. It's been brilliant. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.